Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. This noise canceling headphones in my ears make me feel all weird, like when I used to climb the rope in gym class. I hope you guys are doing awesome. It's fun to do a stream in the middle of the afternoon, as always, and do a stream for people who don't get to see the other streams. And plus, some Scream news came out. That's pretty exciting. A new little trailer that we're going to go through together. We're going to just feel each other up a little bit. Yeah, it's going to feel real nice. Got it at Target. It's real nice. Chase, I hope you feel better, buddy. That sucks to be homesick, but at least you're here with me. I'm going to make you some chicken noodle soup and slowly tickle your butt with a feather. So, yeah. I'm fucking excited. Tracy got her tickets today. Did you guys get your tickets yet for Scream? They are on sale right now. That's one of the things we'll talk about today as well. Some cool movie news came out today, man. And it's weird because, like, I feel like the past couple weeks ain't shit come out about the news, about movies, Scream, whatever, maybe a trailer for this or that, a little bit of news here and there, but not a whole lot of big stuff has come out. It's been pretty disappointing, like a bad sexual experience. You're young. It'll happen. But, yeah, I don't know how long we'll stream today. May just stream for a few minutes or whatever. May stream for a little while. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Got to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if we'll have enough time. But we'll hang out for a bit. We're going to go through this trailer. Just going to get naked with each other. Just a touch. Just a little bit. What's up, Noah? What's up, Casper and Korjai, Marlena and Jay and Stacy and Nessa? That sounded scary. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Ernie, what's up, dude? And the Evil Hell Music Spaceman, Patrick Papano. God, that's a sexy sounding name, Pat. I hope you can get back to your Hogwarts legacy soon. But not too soon. What's up, Sebastian? What's up, Joshua? Hey, Wyatt, first super chat of the afternoon. Thank you, my friend. He says, just dropping some love. Have a great day, everyone. Woo! I've seen somebody do this on the red carpet. And that's something I always kind of do. That's kind of my picture thing that I'll do sometimes. And yeah, I stole it from Aaron Rodgers. I did. I just think it looks cool. Everybody does the rock fist, but this just looks neat. And I think it means something, but I don't know. But I saw a dude on a red carpet at like the Grammys. Not that I watched that shit. It was like in a news article or something doing that. And I was like, oh, motherfucker. I don't know what it means, but I like it. Makes me feel good and sad. Makes me feel real nice. What's up, Desi? What's up, Michael? What's up, Third COD Gamer? People are trickling in here. Thanks again for taking time to pop in, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Has anybody who's seen the Scream trailer that just came out today? It's a Super Bowl spot, which is weird because it's like, hey, we're gonna put out a Super Bowl spot and get excited because you'll see it during the Super Bowl. And then they're like, here it is 4 days early, which I'm happy about because we can do a live stream and hang out and talk about it. I don't have to be watching the Super Bowl, getting that itch. Like, I need to go talk about this right now. I'm trying to eat my chicken wings. By the way, what is your all Super Bowl picks? I don't think we talked about that in the stream the other night. I'm going Eagles by over more than 2 points. I'm hoping the Eagles win. Nothing against Pat Mahomes, but I really would like for his wife and brother to not be happy people. And I like the Eagles. I like Jalen Hurts. So that's my pick for the Super Bowl. What's your all's pick for the Super Bowl? Looks like I got a mix of people who have seen the trailer and who have not seen the trailer. Eagles by a field goal. I'm with that. I think that I don't know what other movie shit we're supposed to get during the Super Bowl. I'm not sure, but I'm just excited about eating, putting a lot of food in my face, having some brewskis, watching a good game. Very excited about it. What's y'all's favorite Super Bowl food, by the way? That's an important one. Last year, we got this Infladium Stadium's what it's called. I promise I'm going to get to the Scream stuff in just a minute. I'm just letting people come in here. So I'm just letting people come inside. Found out like a Party City. It's called like a Stadium Infladium. Fuckers like the size of a table. And you have to blow up. You have to go around and blow 4 corners. And you got to blow this thing up. And then you put the chips in the dips. It's like the seats, the stadium seats have like chip and dip areas and like wing areas. It's fucking amazing. It's awesome. You got to blow it. Sean Tubby 123 with the classic sectioning of his super chats. Thanks, buddy. He says, good morning, Mike. Good morning to you. Good seeing y'all Monday. Been busy with school life, but I always got y'all on for a nice laugh. Thank you for making me smile. Thank you for making me smile as well, Sean Tubby. I love you, buddy. I've already had 2 coffees today. So I decided, I was like, I better switch to green tea. I like to have coffee when I'm doing the day of the video of the day. So where I decided to do a stream today instead of making the video, I was like, fuck it. I need my caffeine, but another coffee might murder me. So I went and got me one of these fuckers. And yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. All right. I don't know if Jay has seen it, my friend. Jay is not that big of a Scream guy. So that's part of why he's not here. That's why he's not here. So I don't know if Jay's seen it or not. Yeah, chips and dip is important. Yeah, Allie, let them come. Let them come to my Super Bowl party. Yeah, all right. So one thing I want to ask you guys real quick about before we get started, because this thing, to me, I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. And I'm starting to sound like a negative Nancy about this shit. But I have opinions. Let me share my screen with you guys real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Is that correct? Yeah. The Winnie the Pooh movie, right? The blood and honey or whatever. Blood and cum, whatever it is. Key and syrup. I don't know. So that movie's coming out in theaters, and it's a one-day Fathom event. As you know, the IP went back, and it was like whatever you call it, where everybody can use it. It's no longer owned by the person who made it, because after so long, the revised public domain. It goes to public domain, so anybody can do what they want with it, right? They did this Winnie the Pooh horror movie, Blood and Honey, that looks like it was made for like $12 and a biscuit, and they put it out. And at first, it was like, oh, that's funny, you guys did that. That's neat. And then it was like, damn, everyone's talking about this. There are so many people talking about this shit right now. So holy crap. And then it's going to be released in theaters for one night. And then this comes out, and the guy says that they're going to do a cinematic universe of the twisted childhood favorites. Despite the low budget and arguably flimsy premise, it's already managed to make almost $1 million worldwide. And the writer-director Reese Frack Waterfield is planning a whole interconnected universe. Is there a quote here? He said, "The world's got a lot of interesting elements we can have fun with. All the characters are meant to be really innocent. And when you think of Tinkerbell, she's this sweet, cute little fairy. But we're going to make her heavily obese and recovering from drugs." They're going to do Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. They talked about Bambi. They said the idea is we're going to try and imagine they're all in the same world so we can have crossovers. People have been messaging saying they really want Bambi versus Pooh. There are many, many other ideas out there which aren't tied to Disney. Loads of old fairy tales and urban legends, concepts that are synonymous with your childhood. And they're the ones I want to build up into a twisted alternative reality. Okay. So I'm not a Disney dude. I like, even as a kid, I guess I'm a weird old fuck, but I'm a dead fuck. Where's the corkscrew? But like, I've never been a Disney dude. Love Lion King, love Toy Story. That's about where my love of Disney movies ends. I always, even as a kid, when they would start singing and shit, I'm like, I just feel uncomfortable. You know, I just don't, yeah, I feel uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable. I guess I'm fucking weird, but it's not that they're like bastardizing kid stuff. I'm not upset about that, but I think this is bad, in my opinion, for horror. Like, and good for them. Hey, they took a little bit of money and they made it, and I'm happy for them that they got their thing or whatever. But just as a fan, I think this is terrible. Like, not everything needs to be a cinematic universe. You know, we need to stop triple stamping every fucking double stamp there is. But B, it's bad for horror in the sense that A, horror already has to deal with this whole, nobody talks about it at the Oscars, right? Mia Goth can't get a nod at the Oscars. No best pictures, all that stuff like that. Nobody takes horror seriously still. There's still this bad name that horror movies have back from the 80s and the slashers and all that stuff and the gratuitous nudity. But, you know, then there's, if a movie's smart, you have to call it elevated horror because it can't just be horror. So like this kind of stuff, if this is this huge, big thing, you're taking it and they didn't put a whole lot of stuff into it. You know, they're just not that great looking masks. No, it's Winnie the Pooh and he's killing people. Like, it's cool for like 5 seconds, right? In my opinion, it's cool for like 5 seconds. And it's like, that's all that's there. So we're just going to make a corny slasher movie and a cheap one and just lock some shit out. And now we're gonna do it with everything. We're gonna make a whole cinematic universe, and like I just think it's bad on that level, and I think it's also bad on the level that this is a good argument for giant mega corporations like Disney and whatever to not share their IP. Because they're going to be like, no, see, it shouldn't go back to public domain because look at what these fuckers do with it. They make these cheap little movies and they bastardize everything. And they're taking Bambi and having Bambi, or taking Tinkerbell and having her be an obese hoe or whatever. Like, I think it's cool that you did with one thing. That was a fun little thing. But take your success from that and try to do something a little bit smarter with it. And that's just my opinion. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I said something about it on Twitter, and a bunch of people were like, no, it's fucking awesome. I'm like, all right, I guess. I mean, I think that you're extending it harder than a dude trying to take a dick pic for Tinder. You know what I mean? You're stretching this fucking thing out way farther than it was ever supposed to go. But anyways, let me pop in and see what you guys are saying about this stuff, and then we will get into the Scream stuff. I had to just get that off my bagel real quick. Never said that before. That's fucking weird. Bill says The Rock has to be Bambi. Shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't dig it. I don't like it very much. I think it's bad business. Bad baby. Yeah, DD8, getting all sorts of wham up in your lunch. Chuck E. Cheese horror, Brandon. I mean, it makes sense. Those things are fucking scary. But isn't that kind of Five Nights at Freddy's? Isn't that sort of that thing, right? And plus, you got Willy's Wonderland, which was basically that as well. But Cole agrees. Thanks, man. Donovan's right, by the way. Horror movies should get their own award show. Just separate that shit. Be like, fuck it, you don't want us? We'll make our own. And Fango does have the Chainsaw Awards, but they should have an actual, like, in a building, like a fancy thing with a bunch of haunted shit. That would be dope as hell. I'm with Desi. Like, there's so much cooler shit to make cinematic universes out of than cheap murder Bambi, you know? Yeah, I don't know. So, sorry you can't watch The Trail, but the other one will be there. Courtney says, check my Twitter. I will, my friend. Let's see what Courtney's got. Courtney's always got weird little surprises. Oh, here we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. You're the fucking man, Courtney. Thanks, buddy. Got a list here of all the Super Bowl movie trailers that are going to be coming, including Scream. Let me see here. So I thought that looks like Chris Pratt wearing Ant-Man suit for some reason. It's just, or Captain America's old suit. It just looks weird. All the Super Bowl trailers are going to be Fast X. Could not give less of a shit. Family. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Pretty cool. Ant-Man. We've seen that a bunch now. The Flash is going to have a trailer there. Hopefully we'll see some Keaton as Batman. Super Mario Bros. Movie. We saw a little bit of that. Little Mermaid. Oh, that's the one that pissed everybody off, right? They're like, mermaids aren't real. But how dare you change the color of one of those not real things? There's that. Scream 7. I got Dungeons and Dragons, seeing a bit from that. Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Every time I read Beast now, I just think of Hedwig. Oh, no, you're going to get the Beasts. Pixar's Elemental. Don't know what that is. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Ovaltine, the Marvels, Creed 3, John Wick Chapter 4 is going to get a little bit more. So nothing huge in my opinion, but we are getting 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 little movie trailers in there, which is nice. So with that being said, I've talked enough shit. Let us take a look together. And I appreciate all you guys being here today. I really do. Honestly, who the fuck still goes to see Fast and the Furious movies? Like, it's not my thing. Like, most of those things are not my thing. Transformers, don't give a shit about. Fast Furious, don't give a shit about. But I get that people like it. Vin Diesel, really? That fucking guy? But anyways, yeah. So let's watch the trailer together, and we'll do as we do. Pause it as we go along and see what we can figure out a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Scream 6, the big game spot. I got the Hedwig voice in my head now. Sorry. Is this audio okay for you guys?
What is this place? It's a
This is your dad's bedroom. Is that audio okay for everybody? Not too loud? Not too quiet? Yeah, Gary, you don't want no beef. All right. It is all about family. Blake's probably right. Nobody goes for Vin. I actually don't go because of Vin. Also, Tyrese. I fucking hate Tyrese. Why am I being so negative today? I'm all like, the Bambi movie, and I'm yelling about Tyrese. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop now. We're going to be positive. Okay, good. Like Stacey James said, Dirty Mike and the boys, fuck Shaq. We will have sex in your car again. It will happen. All right, here we go. Let's watch a little bit of this together. Got that shot that we've seen. That's a badass, amazing shot. It's just glorious. And why does it remind me of like my grandma's house? Doesn't it seem like old people all have that like frosted like window door? Maybe it's just me. I bet they have a cuckoo clock in there too that rings every fucking hour. A bunch of gold and like Jesus statues. All right, here we go. That is such a sexy ass shot. I wonder if it's cold outside because I think you see a little bit of breath come out of the Ghostface mask there. Yeah, you do. Watch real close so you can see a little bit of breath. Right there. Just a little bit. All right, I'll stop doing that. That is a face to pause on. Oh, there's a basket with some Tampax in them. Someone's on their period. So that's all stuff we've seen.
We're too high up. We can't get down from here.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it here real quick. There's been a bunch of people alleging that in this shot, it looked different in the last trailer. I haven't checked it yet, but there was somebody else in the windowsill during the last trailer or something like that. So it's being alleged. I saw some people online that Ghostface has actually been CGI'd into this shot to protect who's actually shown there. And it's also been alleged that Ghostface has been CGI'd across these trailers and different things have been CGI'd and moved around to trick us so the trailer doesn't actually tip anything off. So with that in mind, I'm going to scoot back a little bit. I'm going to do a little boot scoot. All right. There we go. So I don't know if it was her that they were saying it was. Does that not remind you guys, by the way, of Scream 4, Olivia's death? When he's like, I never said my closet. And then he pops out. That's just that, Ryan. All that fucking blood on the wall. Someone got it in that room. Someone got it and got it hard.
You're almost here.
So is it there? Right there. Where Ghostface comes across. Is that what's allegedly being CGI'd into this fucking shot? I'm going to scoot down here to you guys. Is it Stu? Yeah, exactly, man. Maybe it's fucking Stu. God, so many people just got so mad. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I mean, could be. Fucking Stu. It looks kind of CGI'd, doesn't it? One more time. And by the way, I just want to say why I've got her freeze framed on this horribly awkward shot. Melissa Barrera has great skin. And number two, I just want to once again campaign for her. I think she gets an unfair bunch of bullshit for that first movie because Jenna Ortega was stabbed like a fucking pinata, had just found out that what had happened to her family. She had a lot more stuff to work with in that. So she had a lot more emoting scenes, whereas Melissa Barrera's character, Sam, was trying to be a protector. Why did I fucking say it like that? She was trying to be a protector, you know? So she was trying to be like steely faced and she was dealing with all this shit. I don't think that she was emotionless. I thought she did a fine job. And I think that you're going to see in Scream 6, Melissa Barrera is going to rock the fucking shit out of it. I believe that. And these trailers are really pointing that way too. She's got some moments. But all right, here we go. Yeah, I think that's CGI. Just one last time. It just has this weird sheen about it. So who do we think's actually there? That's the question. Is it Ghostface? Is it one of the characters who's already revealed himself as Ghostface holding a gun or some shit? Right? so they can't show it, or is it the cameo character? I don't know. I don't know, but that seems CGI to me for sure. Reese said that the mask looks like Ike paper. All right, Maria, fine. Maybe you don't stab piñatas at your parties, but we do where I come from. All right, don't judge me. Good point. All right, here we go. I think that one's real though. Like maybe it's a different scene though, but
isn't like it.
God damn it, Mike. I think. Okay, so at this point in the scene, we don't know who's on the ladder, who's already crossed the ladder. This could be Ghostface showing up at a different point. I don't think this one is CGI. Like, I think this scene is real, and we've seen this in all the trailers. Yeah, I think that was for real.
This isn't like any other Ghostface.
We've got someone saying that for the 17th time. And you could even say that that's technically, maybe it's a clue that Hayden's Ghostface, because Ghostface says on the phone to Gale, "You've never seen one like me." And then you have a shot of Hayden being like, "You've never seen a Ghostface like this." But I think that's definitely stretching. Once again, stretching the wiener a little bit. For sure. We don't even know. The easiest thing to replicate is to have Roger Jackson say a bunch of random shit and then record it. He could do it in 5 minutes while eating a Subway sandwich. Be like, hey, just say a bunch of random shit Ghostface would say. We're going to put it in the trailer to mislead people. We don't know if any of that goddamn dialogue that we hear Ghostface say is actually going to be in the movie. So I think that's for sure a stretch. No doubt. Brandon thinks that that's, sorry, I meant to take that down, Reese. Brandon thinks that that's Mindy's death scene. I think Mindy makes it across the ladder, but I do think, man, that Mindy or Chad's gonna get it. And again, that's my prediction. I think either Mindy dies, Chad dies, and I think either Sam or Tara's in on it. That's just I get those feelings. I get those feelings deep in my tchotchkes. And I also think that Samara Weaving's going to be the opening kill, but I don't think she's even in this one. So we've already gone through all this stuff. You got Tatum's costume there. You've got the slappy board. You got this thing over here in the corner that Jerry O'Connell was hanging on in Scream 2. God, I just want to walk in that fucking room. It's like the Hall of Fame of Scream. It's amazeballs. I don't think we got anything new in this scene.
What is this place?
Yeah, it's all the same stuff.
It's a shrine. Guys?
Was she alone? So she goes back there, I guess. Look at this, though. You want to see something weird? In the first scene of Melissa Barrera, she's not wearing a jacket, and it looks like the same scene, but in the second one, she is. See what I'm saying? Shit's crazy.
Shrine.
So she's looking at the projector. It's flashing at her, right? So she's in that room because the flash that's coming on her face. But then right there, no jacket. No jacket, says I. What kind of shit are they doing here? Child of the Corn, thank you, my friend. Says, ladder scene reminds me of Judgment Night, 1993. Badass reference, dude. Judgment Night, Emilio! That movie fucking rules. McBride, they should at least give Roger Jackson like a cameo in the movie. Like just even if he's a dude walking down the street, that would be awesome. He deserves it. Maybe someone made a joke earlier. They're like, maybe it is Roger Jackson as the killer, and he's tired of them just using his voice and him not getting to star. That would be super new nightmare. I think somebody said that on Twitter. But let me see here. I'm scooting down a little bit. All right.
Guys?
You notice also, by the way, in the last trailer, this shot that we've got of Jenna Ortega hanging there, she had raccoon eyes, and her shit was all smudged. A lot of people were like, see, she wore the Ghostface mask, so she's got the eye black on. But no, that's just, I don't know if you guys know this, but when women cry, I've never made a woman cry. Maybe you have. I've never made a woman cry. Or a man who wears mascara, to be fair. But like, yeah, she had cry eyes, like raccoon eyes. She's sweaty. She's been crying. She just found out her sister was maybe Ghostface. Someone was Ghostface. I don't know. Ouch, ouch, you're on my hair. But in the last one, she had like fucking Wednesday Addams eyes. Not only was that shit smeared, but when she was dangling, she was looking at Sam and she had this look on her face like, I just told you I'm Ghostface, or you just told me you're Ghostface. It's one of the main reasons I honestly think that one of them has something to do with this. But if you notice, they actually changed that in this one. She does not have that. She has oh shit face. I can't pause it at the right moment I want to here. If that's not oh shit face, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? They totally changed the look of that little moment. And I don't mean oh face. I mean oh shit face or oh face, whatever.
We've got to lure him in.
This again is terrible. I hate that we're doing this in trailers. Have you guys noticed? It's the same thing that was in the Halloween trailer when you hear Lori go, "Let's go." You know, this is not dialogue from an actual scene. This shit has been smush-morshed together. Listen.
We've got to lure him in.
It was 3 different sentences in one. We've got to lure him in. We've got to lure him in. Please sit on my face. Listen to it again.
We've got to lure him in.
We execute him.
Come on, mother!
Scream. It's for you.
It's for you. All right. So this dude behind Gale right here, right? This dude behind Gale is, hey, don't make fun of me for crying during M. Night Shyamalan movies. I cry all the time. I cry during every movie and M. Night Shyamalan movies. Anyways, this scene right here, this is the dude that we saw in the trailer before when Ghostface attacks Gale that just gets totally, you know, that video game Hitman where he like walks up and like steals people's clothes and you got to shove the dead bodies into like lockers and shit. He gets Hitmaned by Timothy Oliphant and in the last trailer, just real quick and easy. And this one, he's in Gale's apartment. I'm guessing their apartment. Now, this could be behind the sets, the teacher's lounge or whatever the fuck at her daytime show. But to me, their clothes look pretty goddamn loungy to me. So this is either a friend or a new boyfriend, which, all right, the body's not even fucking cold yet. Okay. So that's upsetting. And I know that they've been apart for some time. All right. But he just fucking died. Okay. They told us in the news, they were like, this takes place very soon after 5. All right. So you get that guy out of your fucking house out of respect for dewdrops. I'm half kidding. But anyways, maybe they're just friends. I don't know. But that's loungewear. That's all I'm trying to say. But I don't know who that guy is who says it's for you. He's in 2 trailers. But what's interesting about this is in Scream 3, right? In Aaron Kruger's Scream 3 script that wasn't made, the first draft of it or whatever, Gale and Dewey are separated. And she's directing Stab 2 in the Stab 3 movie. That was one of the differences from the script. A script that also involved Stu in some way, by the way. He wasn't in it, but they were at his house. Anyways, they used part of that script, I feel like, for 5, because they end up going back to Stu's house or whatever. But in that script, she's arguing with Dewey. And she even says at one point, she's like, you became paranoid. She's like, you even accused me of having a relationship with my cameraman, Joel. And Dewey's like, yeah, I did. And that was in that script. So how fucking weird would it be if this is maybe the cameo, even if it's not the cameo? How weird would it be if we find Courtney Cox, if we find Gale actually has been living with Joel, that they struck up a relationship? Wouldn't it be cool if that was fucking Joel? Or would that be upsetting? Because Joel was around while you were with fucking Dewey. So now we got 2 strikes, Gale. What the fuck, Gale? So I don't know. But it would be really cool if that was the actor who played Joel, just to see him come back, even though he was the only one smart enough to get the fuck away from the whole situation. Or it is Doofy. Yeah, it's Deputy Doofy reporting for service. So I won't like Gale for doing that, but I wouldn't mind seeing Joel show back up from Scream 2. I think that would be pretty cool for sure. So what do you guys think about that? Ghostface doesn't fucking like it.
Theaters March 10th.
So do you guys think this is a good Super Bowl trailer? I mean, if you're just an average person, just the normals out there who have never watched Scream but don't follow the news, didn't even know there was a lot of people are going to find out watching this that there is a new Scream movie coming to theaters. And I think it does a pretty good job. I mean, you've got these tense moments. You show that Ghostface is back. You show that Kirby is back. You show that Gale's back. You give us all the important information. Show that it's going to be bloody, and they all say it's going to be bloodier and meaner than all the other ones. You show all the main players, and pretty simple. And you can't keep it too bloody because it's a Super Bowl commercial for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think they did a pretty good job of it there. You saw in the corner there, poor Steve's Letterman jacket, which is kind of cool. But I'm going to see what you guys think about some of that stuff. And we have more Scream news to talk about as well. Some interesting stuff that came out poster-wise and all the stuff that's going on. A couple theories. So some more stuff to talk about. Just a short little trailer, right? But somebody said looking only at the chat. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess, if you don't want to watch the trailers because you don't want to be spoiled at all, for sure. Zach Hart, thanks, buddy. He says, predicting the killer survives, but there's multiple. Stu is the worn mask and survives. Hope you guys are good. Doing great, my friend. Myself, I hope you guys are all awesome as well, and thank you for that. Look, I think that nothing I've seen has told me that our original predictions weren't right, that there's going to be a whole group of Ghostface in this one. Not just one, not two, but a group of Ghostface in this one. And again, I don't think Stu's going to be in this one, but I think a Ghostface is going to get away. I think we're going to catch a Ghostface. We're going to get another monologue. We're going to have all those Scream isms, but one Ghostface will get away. And I'm hoping that in Scream 7, when Sydney comes back, that we find out Stu's been leading this whole thing. But again, I just throw that out there just to catch those angry comments down below afterwards for sure. But something interesting I read that I'll share with you guys also is, shit, where'd that go? There we go. What is all this commercial bullshit? Something they said about it. Where is it? Oh, speaking of which, I think we have to throw everything out of the window for as far as like monologues at the end, Ghostface revealing himself at all. Maybe it's a cult of Ghostface. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's a monologue. Maybe there's not. Maybe one gets away. Maybe everyone fucking dies. What if in this Scream, every fucking body dies? How twisted and messed up would that be if Ghostface at the end of this movie literally kills everyone and Ghostface wins and walks away? And that sets up Sydney to come back and be like, I tried to let it go. But like she said in the last movie, as long as my kids are here, they're not safe. So I have to make sure he's gone. Maybe this reiterates that. That's one theory. And the reason I say that's going to be something crazy like that is because of things like this, where Chad Villela, one of the Radio Silence members, said, in order to make it special, you need to subvert things that have been established as the new rules and play outside of those parameters. Let's break them rules now. And let's break them rules now that we just created and just go for it. I think you have to really go there. What is it? What is it they're going to do that's going to fucking be so crazy that they keep saying like that? I know it's going to be super gory. They've said that. But they say that about a lot. I think they almost like a written in contract. By the way, when someone asks you, you can't believe how fucking gory this is. All right. Why do I sound like Beetlejuice? But I don't know. I don't know what it fucking is. It can't just be New York. You can be like, we told you we're crazy. We went to New York. It's got to be something wild that they're doing. They're breaking rules. I like it. It's sexy. Gets the people going. Brandon says that Tara's father is in on this for Sam disrupting and ruining the family. That's something we never talked about either, is the fact that Tara's dad, Sam's stepdad, probably fucking hates Sam, right? I mean, he shouldn't, but remember, he was there, everything was happy, and she comes downstairs screaming to her mom, "You fucked Billy Loomis? What the fuck?" And her dad just couldn't handle it. He just left. I mean, that obviously he's got a broken psyche. Maybe he just wants to erase his past. I don't know. That's a total possibility. That's a total possibility. And something else I want to point out that I'll pull up for you guys here that I've been thinking about, been touching myself to thinking about a little bit, is, let me see, where'd this go? Oh, I tweet too much. I poop too much, and then I get tired. Okay. Right here. I'm going to share my screen with you guys again. So on this thing tweeted by Tristan, the fucking picture's not goddamn loading because life. There it goes. So these are the character names, right? And we know there's going to be a surprise character cameo, which is the question mark down here. But look over. There are only 2 people on this entire list that don't have last names. Why? Why? When Casey Becker, the opening kill of Scream, had a last name. You know what I mean? Like, you might say, oh, maybe Samara Weaving being one of the characters who doesn't have her last name showing, it's because she's the opening kill. Casey Becker had a last name. A bunch of opening kills have last names. There's only 2 characters, her and Annika, who we don't know anything about's character. Doesn't have a last name. So automatically I suspect those 2. And here's why. I suspect Laura and I suspect Annika because does their last name give away something sinister? Is one of their last names fucking Mocker? I don't know. Jim. Here's another idea for you. What if fucking the killer is turns out to be somebody related to Principal Hembry? Think about how he died. He not only got murdered by Ghostface and no one gave a fuck. This was a curator of young minds, all right? He was a principal. People should have given a shit. Number 2, Ghostface hung his body from the goalpost. You remember all the kids are sitting around hanging out and they're like, holy shit, Principal Hembry's body's hanging from the goalpost. And they all get excited, little fucking assholes, and they go drive drunk. One of them dies and that's the body that they switch with Stu's. Anyways, but they all get drunk and go see. What if the killer's like, yeah, you call me sick for murdering people, but you fucking people went and watched my dad or husband or whatever hanging from a goalpost like it was some sick fucking joke. You know what I mean? So someone related to Principal Henry, I feel like could have a really good motive. But more interesting, again, is the last name thing here. Why is your last name not on this fucking sheet, man? I don't trust you. Even Dr. Christopher Stone's name's on there, which tells us, by the way, Henry Cesarni is officially the therapist that Sam's talking to in the other trailers. So that's interesting. But Danny Brackett, related to Sheriff Brackett. Danny Brackett has the last name. All the characters do except for those 2. And to me, Samara Weaving being Ghostface, I'd be fucking down with. I don't know why. I don't know what the motive is, but her being one of the Ghostface, if it's a cult of Ghostface, maybe they are 2 of the Ghostface, and why that's why none of them have a last name. I don't know, Scott, but I'll tell you this. Samara Weaving delivering a Ghostface monologue and motive at the end of a movie would be pretty fucking rich. She's an amazing actress, one of my favorite actresses out there. I think that would be pretty cool. So I'd be down for that. Let's see what you guys think about this. Because I'm talking, I'm staring at myself in the camera. Damn, that's fucking funny. We know nothing about Amber or Richie's families. Look, in the dialogue at the end of Scream 5, right? She was talking, she's like, my uncle knew Stu or some shit like that. Like her uncle was one of the friends with the guys. And then there's the chat boards and all that. I always go back to the original Scream, the 2 dudes who were always hanging out around Stu and Billy. They're in the room. Here, I'll pull up a picture of it. They're always in the shots. They don't really do anything, but they're in the background. I wonder if those characters aren't some of the people that were Amber's uncles or whatever it was, or don't eventually find the exact picture I'm looking for, that don't eventually pop up in some way. And then the camera shows us who they were back in those movies. So I'm talking about, let me go. These dudes right here. I know it's small. This guy right here. This fucking LFO listening to fuck right there. This guy here. This dude in the background. Several of these dudes who are always around hanging with them. And then if you remember this chick right here in the blue top, her and Stu were super fucking flirty, right? Just saying, any of these characters could pop up somewhere. Any of these characters could. For sure. Whether it's the person Amber was talking to or it's someone that pops up in a motive or something like that. I think it could for sure. Chris, I don't want that. Stop it. I'm just kidding. Believe what you want. I'm not like those Stu truther hater fucks. Seriously, dude, stop. He's dead. God. I'm not even going to eat lunch today. Mom gave me Lunchables anyway. Shan says, what if Samara Weaving is Stu's daughter? they did with Billy. Could be maybe a little bit too on the nose since we just did that, but I mean, anything's possible. Is there a reason why fucking, what's his name? Richie? I'm looking for a man named Richie. God damn it, what was his name? Kyle Gallner's character was related to Stu, right? There had to be a reason why they mentioned Leslie was Stu. Someone's family is getting popped up again. I just hope it's not something weak like, he was my cousin and I loved him. He taught me how to ride a bicycle and you killed him, or your niece killed him, or fucking your dad, or whatever the shit. You know, I hope it's not one of those weak ass things. I hope if they do a killer that is revealed and taken care of at the end of this, that it's not just some random ass tie into some person. I hope it's someone who has something tight in there. That's one of the reasons that I ended up liking Scream 3 more than I used to. It's because I used to just be like, who the fuck is, Roman's related to, this is dumb. Then you're not even pulling from the table of important characters now. You're just pulling out side characters like, boom, this is Ghostface. But as I got older and I watched the movie more and I realized the ties that he was Sydney's brother and all that stuff like that, I was like, okay, that actually was pretty fucking good. So it's one of the reasons I'm actually able to enjoy that now. Andy, I've heard some great theories. I really have. I've heard a lot of great theories as to who the killers are. I really hope that we're surprised. And allegedly, from people who have allegedly seen the movie, nobody's gotten it right yet. And I'm hoping no one does. If nobody can guess, if none of these theories are correct, then the writers did a great fucking job. They did their job right. Who knows? Maybe it's Neil fucking Prescott. I don't know. Could be. Cole thinks it's Danny and Ethan. I'm not sure why. I heard that rumor somewhere. And let's look at some of the marketing that they've thrown out to us too, because some of it's sort of telling. But fuck. Balls. Wieners. Where is it? Here. Share my screen with you guys. Take a look at some of the marketing. See if anybody picks up on anything here. But there's the trailer. This is one thing that came out. This is just and you do the Fandango exclusive. The next official Fandango posters here. I don't know why they need a special poster. Who the fuck do you think you are, you piece of shit? But look, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could be like, see, I told you, it's a fucking cult. It's a Ghostface cult. There's 6 Ghostface. Or you'd be like, it's Scream 6, so there's 6. Or that's just how many Ghostface Warhol style fit on the poster, which is probably more accurate. But still, it's a cool looking poster. The 3D poster, I don't know if we talked already, it is going to be in 3D, which is weird. I don't care. I'll probably see it in 2D first, to be honest with you, and then go back to see the 3D the second time. I just don't want anything taken away from my experience of the story. It's not something I need 3D to enjoy. So, but I think it's cool. Hey, we're doing new, different shit. Did you think that the 3D ties into something we don't fucking know? Like, I'm not talking about like the killer or anything like that. Yeah, it's a 3D killer. No, I'm just saying maybe this movie's going way over the top with shit in a way we didn't expect. I don't know. It's weird. It's super weird. But that's a dope ass poster. I think, in my opinion, of the official posters that have come out, this is the best one. Way better than that character poster that we got, for sure. Let's see. There was the trailer. This is the Dolby poster, which looks just like Kevin Williamson's Sick poster. Looks almost exactly the same. This is the Dolby Cinema poster. They did that one for the last one too, I remember. I think Creepy Duck got that one, which was cool. And I think that this is what you're referencing, my friend, when you said that you think that Ethan and Ethan and Danny are the killers. I don't understand. Is it because they're looking the other way? Everybody's looking this way. They're the only two looking that way. And that's supposed to be like a clue. I highly doubt, highly doubt that in the trailers or in any of the TV spots or in any of the marketing or anything that we're doing, I would be slap me on my ass and call me silly Susie if they actually go back and like, hey, remember that post we made with the Guess Who board? The secret to the killer was on there. Knowing how sleuthy and slutty us Scream fans are, that second one was just for fun. Knowing how sleuthy we are, and most importantly, not me, because people on Reddit are way more sleuthy than I am. If they hinted it anywhere, they would know for a fact we were going to guess it. They would know for a fact. And that's why they're going all the way out of their way, I think, to CGI people in trailers and shit like that. So I definitely don't think any clues for who Ghostface are coming from any of these, but that's just a cool poster. That's just a neat little idea. And maybe they could sell that if the movie doesn't do well, but I think it will. I definitely think it will. Let's see what y'all think about this shit. JD, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Says, hey there, party lady. You stop it. Glad to get some wham up in me for noon. Breakfast of champions. Hell yeah. You eat me like French fried potato casserole. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but I do appreciate it. Take me in. Children of the Corn. Child of the Corn. It's singular, not plural. Says, thoughts on Sydney being surprise cameo cliffhanger? No, never gonna happen. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Never gonna happen. Sydney is 110,000% not in this fucking movie. Not. I just don't think so. I'll go back to the same thing again. I know that viewer Anon was trying to say, no, trust me, I know more than fucking Nev Campbell knows about Nev Campbell. She's in the movie, but even they had to come out and be like, oh, actually, just a random account on Twitter. So I definitely don't think, look, if they were trying to hide something from us, then the sexism talk definitely would have never come out of anybody's fucking mouth. Not in the dark year of our Lord 2023. You don't just throw out sexist shit. I think that coming out actually hurts our chances of her being in 7, even possibly. Who knows? Because that's some deep shit. You know, I think the number one thing you could say against Stu not coming back isn't that a fucking TV got dropped against his head. It's that he came out and called the studio sexist as well. Now, I think they can get all that worked out for 7, but I definitely don't think that there's going to be a cameo in Scream 6 for Sydney. I think that's dead. Now, there is a chance that since then something's happened and they filmed something in the secret. So that's the only, I'd say like there's like a 4% chance we see a Sydney cameo, just in case. I shot him 6 times. Says, what's up, bro? Love the content. I find it odd how Danny Brackett is in the apartment across the way when they're crawling across the ladder. Yeah, dude. And Danny Brackett just has a face. You know, he looks like he could be a Scream killer. And what's one of the main things that we've been hoping this entire time since we saw him fucking hardcore parkouring around couches in Gail's apartment is that this Ghostface, maybe that's all they mean by he's different. Maybe he's trained in the fucking Navy SEALs or some shit. Maybe he's not going to be beaten up by some teenage girl. Like, I'm actually scary, motherfucker. I'm here to fuck shit up. And Danny looks like a dude who has spent some time in the Marines. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, he has that kind of Maroon 5 look to him as well. So maybe not, but he also looks like he was robbed a couple banks in his life. Definitely. So I think Danny's definitely, to me, is it too on the nose though? That's what when I see him, like, you kind of look like a fucking Ghostface. So is it too on the nose? I don't know, but you got a good point there about him being on the other side. Gary says, I think Dr. Christopher is trying to recruit Sam into the Mission Impossible force. What is he? He says, I understand you're very upset. Kittredge, you've never seen me upset. He was so fucking good in Mission Impossible, man. He was amazing in that movie. For sure. I'm with you, Mike. I would go see it in 4DX as well. I'm going to see it in the best situation I can. I just don't want the shaky seat, and I don't want the 3D. I just want to be able to take in the movie, just me and the movie, sucking each other off mentally, one on one. 4DX poster was also flames. Did I miss that? I think I may have missed the flame poster. I didn't see that one, my friend. Sean says, I'll post in the comments because too long to explain here, but I have a crazy theory of Dewey being behind it from the start. Have a great day, y'all. You bite your fucking tongue, buddy. Sean, I don't want that. No. Dewey is a good man. But I used to think when I'd go back and watch Scream 2, like if they wanted to make Dewey the killer, fuck. They could have done it. He was so kind of, I won't say creepy because he's just a good dude. But like, if you wanted it to look creepy, the way he was being towards Sydney, like limping around her, came to her before Gail, all that stuff like that. You could have made the cause that like he was obsessed and secretly in love with Sydney. I think they tried to red herring us with that a couple times throughout the franchise. So it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't kick that idea around in their heads a little bit. But Dewey's been fucked over enough, man. Asham 6 times says, you think the killer with the cracked mask gets away? Coughs too. Thoughts on Charlie Walker being the cameo or returning undead Ghostface in 6? I think Charlie coming back would just really piss people off. If you're not going to bring Stu back amongst all the crazy stuff going around Stu, look, you can't bring Stu and Charlie back and Kirby, right? If you're going to pick somebody to bring back from the fucking dead, you got like one more. I mean, we brought Kirby back, so you got like one more. So I think if you bring Charlie back, or somebody like that, I just think that's stretching. We're getting into comic book territory, and some people would argue that that's that way for Stu. I disagree, but I have a really good idea in my head about exactly how plausibly that can happen. So yeah, I don't think so. I'd be disappointed if it is Charlie, because to me that's like definite. You're not getting fucking Stu if they bring back somebody like Charlie. It's like too many people are coming back dead in this fucking franchise, you know. But the cracked mask, if someone gets away, that's my guess, you know. And is that too on the nose again? Is that giving it away? If there is a cult of Ghostface and multiple Ghostface are killed in this bloody fucking just crazy movie that, as they said, feels like a rocket ship ride. Sky rockets in flight, pew, afternoon delight. And then at the end, the cracked face Ghostface gets away. Isn't the fever pitch for Stu going to reach its fever pitch? Isn't it going to get like unbearable for people who hate that conversation? I want to say yes, because it makes the most sense. And that's basically what I predicted Scream 6 was going to do, is that. But now that I'm thinking about it, at the end of Scream 6, if the only Ghostface that gets away of multiple Ghostface and isn't revealed is the cracked face Ghostface, aren't we all going to just assume it's fucking Stu? Thereby setting up extreme Spider-Man situations where people are going to expect it, and the movie Scream 7, if it's not there, are going to be super pissed and shitting on the movie unnecessarily. Because make no mistake, as much as I want Stu, and I'm a Stu truther, and I have an exact plan for how you can bring him back, it's all very simple. I am not ever going to be angry at the franchise if they don't bring Stu back. And I think that's the big difference for people. Like, if they don't bring Stu back, I'll be like, ah, fuck, I wanted that. And that's where it ends. I'm not going to fucking boycott, fuck radio silence, this movie sucks, review bomb it, just spout hate online about how they ruined. You blew it. We ruined the good surprise on you. I'm just gonna be like, oh, damn it. I was hoping for it. I was wrong. And that's the end of it. You know what I mean? But I feel like them doing that could really set up supreme disappointment. So that's the only reason I say I don't know, even though it was basically my fucking prediction. You know? Winning 81. Hey, I've never seen you before, man. Is that Devin Sawa or Eminem? The handsome son bitch. As long as Ghostface doesn't get bullied by nerds, Scream 6 will be awesome. Hashtag I hate Corey. Still upset. For you Scream non-Halloween fans, he's talking about Corey Cunningham beating the shit out of Michael Myers. You know, that is different. It's definitely different having someone beat the shit out of Ghostface than it is having him beat the shit out of Michael Myers. Michael Myers is supernatural, unstoppable. We've seen Ghostface like slip on SpaghettiOs and like fall down and be goofy as shit. So honestly, it'd probably be far less upsetting if someone, you know, did take down Ghostface relatively easily than it was for fans when that happened to Michael, because we've seen Ghostface be clumsy as shit. But that's just part of the appeal. I think they're typically high school kids that is doing this, you know. I hope that this Ghostface, as much as I love that about Ghostface, I hope this Ghostface, again, fucking some Navy SEAL shit, you know. I hope there is no tripping and falling down. I hope the first person who goes to like fight against him, like so many people have done and succeeded with in the past, just gets annihilated by him. Letting you know that this Ghostface, ready for it, is something different. You know, I hope that's the difference. I think that would be pretty fucking badass. Or that it's Stu. That would be even cooler, you know. But yeah, and you make a good point there, Shine. What is Sam doing with that cracked mask? Is that a CGI thing? Is she holding something completely different in her hand and they're just putting that there to fuck with us? How easy would it be to just take that shot real quick from the trailer? Hey, you know what? Fuck people. Let's show you holding the bloody mask. 2 seconds of film, and we don't even use film. It's digitized. Just, hey, hold the mask. We're going to use it for the trailer. Easy peasy, you know? Easy peasy. Touche. that was the worst Waltman voice, but still. Stacey James, Ghostface beats his own ass. I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind? Oh shit. I don't know, man. Isn't it exciting though? Like, isn't it so fun to be doing this? To be like, who's the killer? What's going on here? What's up with this fucking guess who thing we've got going on? It's all very excited. Everyone's a suspect, and it's just a good time to be alive, man. So Stu, no Stu, this character, that character, whatever. I think my biggest disappointment that I will have, if the only way I feel like I could really be disappointed with Scream and like walk away upset and angry from the Scream movie is there's nobody left that they could kill that would make me mad. I mean, think about it. If they kill Gale, I'm not gonna be mad. Honestly, I thought Gale should have died instead of Dewey. So that's not gonna ruin it for me. I like the characters, but it's not gonna ruin the movie for me if any of them die. It's a Scream movie. They are here with a good chance they're gonna die. You know, they bought a ticket. So nothing like that's going to happen to me. I think a bad reveal, you know, a lot of people didn't like the reveal in Scream 5 because they thought it was too easy. It was too telegraphed, too on the nose or whatever. But I think they were just trying to get their feet settled with Scream 5. They are saying they're going to take jumps in Scream 2, Script 7, Scrixum, Scream 6, Mathregan. They're saying they're going to take jumps and do something crazy. So you definitely can't have the reveal's got to be something in this one. Or is there no reveal? I am going to be sad if we get a fuck. You know, now the more I think about it, it's kind of pointing towards us not getting a killer reveal at all. Think about everything they said. We filmed this so fast. It's like a rocket ship. It picks up from the beginning and it never stops. You know, that if you want to look at it that way, it could be them saying, hey, we're not going to have this pause at the end of the movie where the killer goes on a monologue for 20 minutes. You know, we're going to get kill, chasing, kill, fucking killer gets away into the movie. No monologue, no chasing, no fucking nothing. No monologue, no motive, none of that stuff. I will miss that. I will miss that if that's what happens. If there's not a strong lead up into 7, as much as I want to see a Ghostface get away, I want the best of both. I want it to be a call to Ghostface, and I want to see one Ghostface get away. So you get your monologue, you get your crazy, here's why I'm doing this meta shit that Scream's so good at, but then also there's something to look forward to and something different about this killer. I think I would be upset if we don't get some really nice dialogue at the end, for sure. Cole says we'll get at least one reveal, otherwise they have to have the a bloodshed of amount of kills for real. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. So that's what I think, man. I think we're going to get several Ghostface, a couple of them get caught, maybe one get caught, at least one gets away, or we just find out that there's a bunch of these going on. What if you have like what if you have one of those things like, what's that fucking movie? The Invitation? Not The Invitation. That's the new one that just came out. Fuck, The Initiation, the fucking cult movie. And I'm probably going to spoil this for a lot of people who haven't seen it, but there was a movie on Netflix that had to do with cult stuff. And at the end of the movie, you remember the camera pans back and there was like a red shirt on a door or some shit, like a red flag. There was something like that these people would put on these houses that the cults had taken over. And the camera pans back and you see it wasn't just that house, because you see the red thing on that house. And then when the camera pans across the valley or whatever, you see that tons of houses have this red shit on them. So there's this mass fucking murder situation going on here. What if at the end of Scream, like you think it's the end of the movie, maybe you get the killer reveal. It's all standard, but nice dialogue, nice shit like that. But they're panning away from the kill, and there's just a fucking news TV right here. And then it's like mass Ghostface attacks across the US, like one in New York, one in Wisconsin, one in Texas, one in wherever the fuck. There's been a Ghostface that showed up at a movie theater or just straight up murders, whatever. And you just see the lady on the news saying that all 6 appear to be tied in with the same group or something like that, letting you know that you thought you got your complete killer in this movie. You got the whole thing. The script is done, but just the very last second, they're like, there's been like 7 Ghostface attacks, even just in New York. You know, I was thinking of you when I said that, Nessa. You stay safe because Ghostface is fucking coming. You guys imagine that? Ghostface in Texas, fully loaded. That's the next one. But that would be cool to me. And then it lets you know that there's more. You know, maybe you get this type of Ghostface death, like Predator fucking laughing or some shit like that. Not exactly, but that would be enough, I think, to tie it into the next. So I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. But my friend, I'm gonna go through and make sure I didn't miss any of your guys' stuff, because we pretty much covered all the new stuff that's come out of here. Catching up with you guys right now. You hit me with the phone, dick. Doobie dop bop. Why the fuck did mbop just pop into my head? Why? Why does that happen to me? Do me a favor right now. While I'm scrolling through here, will you guys type in there? Just take your guess. Who do you think the killers are? Who do you think the killer or killers are? What is your guess? Gun to your head right fucking now. And by the way, this is an exploding offer. Comment down below right now. I'm going to go through and see what you guys say. Not below, but in the chat. Who do you think the killers are in this? What is your guess? While I'm scrolling, make sure I didn't miss anything. If I had to make a guess right now, I'm going to guess fuck-a-doo. It's tough picking between them because I honestly believe that either I believe that either Sam or Tara's in on it, you know, and I've been saying that, but it's hard to pick which one. Like, I really want Sam and Melissa Barrera to get her due because people have been treating her like shit. And I think it's unfair. But also, man, the way that she goes to fucking town on Richie at the end, that strangely hot scene where she is on top of him and like is just stabbing the shit out of him. It says a lot about me. But man, and I know she's Billy's daughter, so she's got that DNA in her or whatever, but that just seems like to me somebody who could pull off some shit. But I want to say it's Tara. But Tara definitely wasn't in on it in the first Scream, in Scream 5, because why would that opening have even happened? You know what I'm saying? If she was in on it in Scream 5, it would have been her and Ghostface standing in the kitchen. I was like, all right, fucking stab me here, Miss DeOrgan. All right, stab me here. There wouldn't be this big fight scene with nobody around to watch. This big fight scene where he's, you know, stabbing her. So she definitely wasn't in on it in 5. We don't definitely know. Shit, fuck. Maybe neither of them are it. Shit, fuck. We know for a fact, though, that part of the plot in this is going to be those two struggling with each other because Sam is being way too protective over Tara. All right, I'm going to guess Tara, and I'm going to guess the Maroon 5 looking motherfucker. Those are my two. And a mystery party. So those two and a mystery party, which will later be revealed as Stu, is my guess. That's my guess. That's my fucking guess. I want to see what your guys are. Dan Heron says, what if Tara or Sam go to the train to head back while the other one stays? And as the doors close for the train to leave, Ghostface comes up behind and slits her neck as the train leaves. The end. That's very hostile of you, Danny. And then you never know. It could have been one of the other as well. Very hostile. Remember in Hostel when he slashes that dude's throat in the bathroom stall? That was gnarly. I don't know, Dan. I don't know. DJ, thanks, buddy. Says, speaking of clumsiness, I would watch Ghostface run around for a full hour and never get tired of it. Dude, same. There's something about that, like him getting hit or tripping or hitting a fucking shelf. I'm like, oh, and that little grunt that gets let out every time, that just never gets old to me. I think there's a couple times in like Scream 3 where, like, when he jumps in and Superman punches Dewey, that was kind of corny. But for the most part, you would think Ghostface being so goddamn clumsy would take away from the movie. But in this case, it somehow doesn't. It just adds to the charm of Ghostface for me. It really does. Because we've seen so many just impossible to stop killers. But I think it's time to mix those two together with some, like I said, Navy SEAL motherfucker being Ghostface. And you can't fight him. If he catches you, there is no kicking yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying? There's no he's going to trip and fall. This is a hardcore motherfucker who's trapped you in a corner. If he catches you, you're basically goddamn toast. So I'd like to see that. I think that would add a new layer to this for sure. Sean Turner says he was drunk in Scream 1 and 2 for sure. I'm not. Sean thinks that Chad's going to die. I think either Chad or Mindy dies for sure. I really do. I think they will not both make it. Now, maybe both of them are the killer. Brother, sister team up. That would be fucking weird. Robert says, I have no fucking idea. And I respect that, Robert. I respect it because I don't either. I really don't. It's hard to say. Michael Tara is even smaller, but if we find out that there is a Ghostface cult going on and there's multiple Ghostface, then it really takes that argument away completely, you know. And I'm not one that's like, oh, it's a stunt, man. You can't pretend it was Amber in there. Like, no, I think that's actually, you can't say that. I think that's actually bad writing when that happens, you know. That is plot holes, and I still love Scream 5. But if it turns out that was always Amber and that never changes, that is going to be a knock against Scream 5 that I don't think is arguable. I think you got to do that stuff, right? I think one of the problems with Scream 4 was I don't believe that Jill and Charlie could have done all that shit. And I'm talking about like, yeah, of course someone can walk up and stab somebody, but in Scream 4, they're throwing motherfuckers like this high off the ground through windows. Neither Charlie nor Jill was capable of that. And I think that those are plot holes. They just are. So I don't, you know, but that being said, if there is a cult of Ghostface, she doesn't have to be one that's killing people. You know what I mean? She just has to be in on it. That's all. It could be a setup situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be Ghostface, but a bad person, bad guy. Jason says if there's one killer Stu and then he gets away at the end, I'm into that. I am. I fucking like it. Sean doesn't think either of them will be involved. You may be right. I got a weird feeling in my taint, man. Donovan says that it's the redheads. All redheads are evil. Someone's had some personal romantic issues. Movie Buff says no cult. I don't want. Stacy says erotic, and I don't know what you're referring to, but I agree. Juan, what's up, dude? 2 ghost faces. I think could be. Of course, we just did 2. There was 2 in the first movie. You know, there's often 2. There's 2 and 4. So I don't know. Brand says, I just think it's going to be a new character. I don't know, dude. Like, if it is a new character, though, like it has to be some crazy tie-in to somebody. Because if you're hearing all this stuff about them doing something brand new and crazy and wild and breaking the rules, it's hard to imagine. We'll just be like, hey, it's this fucking guy. Yeah, you moved into my apartment complex and I was thinking about doing murder. So I figured, hey, it's a sign. I got to do it. Like, I feel like that would be so, you know, but I get what you're saying. That's just why I can't go there. I think it can happen. It's just got to be a really good story written behind it. It's definitely Corey Cunningham. Yeah, it is. It's based on Halloween night. We're going to have a good time tonight. Could be. Claudia thinks Kirby. Hey, there's something to be said for it being Kirby. Why the fuck are you showing up in here out of nowhere? God damn it. We haven't heard from you. You haven't called or written. Like, you're just showing up now? That's convenient. Where the fuck were you in 5? Huh? Of course, that took place over a short amount of time. But Kirby's a good pick. Jake Blair says Dermot Mulroney's character and his daughter is attacked or killed or something, right? Like, I think that's part of his character storyline. I can't remember exactly what it was, but that's one of them. You know, I would watch Dermot Mulroney do a nice little Ghostface monologue. He's a great fucking actor. So I think that's possible. Jack Champion and Sam, maybe. Could be. Kirby and crew. Tara and Kirby. Tara and Kirby would be kind of neat, but I do think you have to have one physical presence, right? You can't have, and then Kirby, I don't know. She's allegedly, we haven't found this out for sure from anybody, but she's allegedly an FBI agent. So training, all that shit like that. But you definitely have to have a physical specimen in there as Ghostface for sure. Michael says 5 killers. I'm into that, dude. Give me all the fucking killers. Let's go. Stu and just randos, as Ben Gunn says, like that would be freaky to me too. You know, what would be freaky and kind of subvertive, as they've been saying the movie's going to be, then if they keep killing Ghostface, like Ghostface keeps showing up and they keep killing him, and another one shows right when they're like, "Whoo, that was crazy! Holy shit, there's Ghostface!" And again, like it just keeps happening, and every time they reveal it, Sam holding the mask, as we saw, you know, every time they pull off their mask and they go, who the fuck is that? And everyone's like, I don't know. And then they start turning on each other. It's like, someone fucking knows. It's like the people trapped in one of the Saw houses. Someone has to know why the fuck we're here. And then by the end of the movie, they get away and they have to live in fear because not only do they not know why who's attacking them, but they don't even know fucking why this time. It seems like randoms, and then later on it's revealed that it is Stu or even anybody else leading the cult. I like that. I fucking like it. I like that. I do. It's definitely my cunt. My cunt is definitely the killer of Ghostface. It's my cunt. What? My cunt is definitely the one killing these people. My cunt is chasing people around New York City. My cunt is stabbing them. My cunt is making them bleed. And when they hit me, my cunt is bleeding too. It's terrible. Goddamn my cunt. Goddamn you, my cunt. Thomas says therapist Samara Weaving and Tony R. I think I'm gonna go with the first two. I won't say why, but I definitely don't think Tony is gonna be one of the killers here. Jack Champion and Dermot Mulroney, both physical, capable. You know, it makes sense too that Mulroney would be on it or Kirby because they could sneak this shit around, you know, them being involved with law enforcement and whatnot. But some great guesses, man, especially my cunt. You know, I just don't like people pointing fingers at my cunt all the time. You know, like get your finger off my cunt or else my cunt's going to get real angry. And you won't like my cunt when it's angry. He's angry. So that's what I think. I think my cunt is honestly falsely accused of doing a lot. My cunt is. So it's not really fair to my cunt. But I'm not going to swallow that ice. I'll spit it in the floor because my wife's not home and I can do anything I want. I'm going to pick that up later before it melts. Anyways, Andy Henderson says Kirby trained to be Ghostface at Quantico. I mean, I'd be scared of Kirby anyways. You know what I'm saying? She is a tough chick. So, like, her going to get an FBI training, she already survived a stabbing. She scares me a little bit. Patrick says Detective Kincaid, Maddie's not recognized as a survivor. Access to stuff for the shrine would get Sydney back for 7. Yeah, I mean, if he shows up and he was the mystery cameo, that could be it too. And I think maybe that's why nobody knows who the fuck it is or can guess it right. If allegedly, as those random internet accounts who never show their faces say that nobody's guessed it right, maybe it's because it's someone we don't even know is in the fucking movie. Kincaid, maybe. God, but wouldn't that just make you feel so fucking bad for Sydney? Right? It's like, God damn, your fucking husband wants you dead. Like, and that's why I'm happy that like she's not in it. Like, no disrespect. Love Nev Campbell. But as far as the character goes, if she never comes back, it's like, you fucking earned it. Go live your happy life. Not everybody has to end their life like, you know, Laurie Strode. No one wants that. Chugging wine and ruining your daughter's graduation parties. Shoving your kids in basements. Maybe she'll come back and date my cunt. The ref bump says Scream 3 line had me thinking true trilogies are all about going back to the beginning and discovering something wasn't true from the get-go, as Randy would say. Think they could use that logic in 7? I mean, that crossed my mind too, but it's like it is the 7th movie, so saying it's a trilogy doesn't really count. Ooh, what about that? What about that? Think about 7th movies and franchises. What we got? What if they try to do something with the 7th movie comparative to other slasher franchises in the 7th movies? So you got H2O. Just put that on the back burner there. Friday 7, I doubt we're going to deal with telekinesis, so we can put that one down. Pretty sure. Nightmare 7 was New Nightmare. All right, that was one of my predictions for Scream 5. Like, what if Nev Campbell's playing herself, Matthew Lillard's playing himself, and a killer is pissed about the way the movies went, about the way Scream 3 went or whatever, and starts hunting them down as themselves. That would be a way that you could bring back Stu and bring back everybody just playing themselves. But I think obviously we're not doing that now. But if you were, it'd be in the 7th movie and New Nightmare. Holy titty socks. That's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's good thinking though. Nero, thanks, buddy. Says one of the killers will get away, only to be taken out by Ghostface, the original Ghostface. At the end, it'll be Stu revealed in the next one. I like it. That's what I'm saying. That's my best guess, man. That's my Stu guess for sure. Ryan Leone, thanks, buddy. I like your sweet little puppy with Devil Eyes says Scream 6 Billy's daughter versus Stu's secret daughter. Suspect any character with a secret last name. Since Scream 6 is in New York, where should Scream 7 go? I don't think you could do a V.I. Rochelski world tour of Scream, because I think that would just get kind of weird and gimmicky at some point. I think it goes back to Woodsboro. That's just my guess. I think we end up somehow back in Woodsboro, but who knows? It's got to go somewhere, right? Especially if Ghostface kills everybody, and this is a shock to the system that everyone's fucking dead. Even Jenna Ortega. Everybody's like, no, they're definitely not going to kill her off because she's Wednesday Addams. She's blowing the fuck up right now. In my eyes, that makes her suspect number 1 to be killed because she's going to get expensive. And they don't even want to pay Neve Campbell to be in this movie. So they're probably thinking, kill Jenna Ortega off. Yeah. But I think Stu having a daughter we just did that, with Billy. So, because I mean, that crossed my mind too. But to me, the tie-in with that is if Stu wanted someone dead, who would he want more dead than Billy's daughter? He can't hurt Billy. Billy fucked him over really bad. You're coming too deep, Billy. He fucked him over really bad. And now he's getting all the credit for it. They mentioned in Scream 5 36 times Billy Loomis did it. I mean, almost like they were laying the foundation. And again, the director's radio silence don't know what the writers' plans are. So the writers, they said, like, we don't know what's going on till the writers tell us. So the writers may have a 3-movie arc and plan for something crazy like that to happen, and they don't know, which is perfect because that means they can't tip us off. Don't tip off my cunt. Filoni says multiple killers in 5, 1 attacking Tara, 1 recording. Amber recording herself in the video. Also, any significant Ghostface's name being Charlie on Tara's call. Any significance to Ghostface name being Charlie on Tara's call? That is weird. I don't know, but I've argued this point about Scream 5 a lot. That phone call proved there's someone else. Something's afoot at the Circle K, because one video is showing Amber brushing her hair. 1 is on the phone with Tara, and there's 1 in her fucking house. Now, the killers we know are Jack, who is not even in town. All right. They show him the morning after her attack, and he's back at work. He's at the bowling alley. Now, it was a trip for them to drive into Woodsboro. So could he have been there and driven back overnight and not gotten any sleep? Sure. Yeah, that's a possibility. But to me, as far as we know, Jack wasn't even in the fucking city. So even if those were pre-recorded videos, which if they're pre-recorded videos, someone's got the fastest fucking text fingers in the goddamn West, because the second that she answers the question wrong, she had that video message on her phone showing the knife. They couldn't have possibly guessed exactly when that was going to happen. So I think there was, whoever it is, whether it's Stu or whatever the fuck, there was definitely another person around in Scream 5. And I think someone else definitely killed Dewey in that fucking hallway. Whether you want to say it's, whether you want to say it's, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Someone else was there. God damn it. My cunt dictates so. And for those of you who just may have showed up, I'm talking about the character Mike Hunt, not my cunt. Not that I have a. Gary says, I don't know, but they need to do something different, because in 5, I thought it was Amber most of the time. Then I thought Mindy during her bluff in the garage, and I thought Liv before her death, and Richie was too obvious. But was it? If you're thinking it's all these other people, I don't know. I just feel like anybody in Scream 5, if they were the killer, there would have been a whole lot of course, because they red herringed everybody. They did what they were supposed to fucking do. Imagine if the killer was Chad in the beginning when she was like, "You got bruises." He's like, "From football," They set up the anger over Richie, over all that stuff. Like, they gave almost everybody a motive. Wes even had a fucking motive, because in the original script, he had it out even more for Tara. He wanted her bad. So I just feel like they red herringed everybody. So whoever ended up being the killer in 5, everybody was going to do the same. Of course it is. It was obvious. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I think of that. But I see what you mean, Gary. And it was semi-obvious. It wasn't this great, crazy reveal. I just think that we thought Radio Silence being the directors of this, them needing to make a splash, they were going to do something fucking wild. So we all had great expectations for the reveal. And when it turns out the reveal was just a solid little Scream reveal, a lot of people were disappointed. So I do understand. Nero Borgata says Nev Campbell unfollowed Skeet Ulrich, Matt Lillard, and Jamie Kennedy, plus everyone she's worked with in the franchise. Does anyone know why? You sassy little bitch. I had no idea. Not her being a sassy. I was calling you a sassy little bitch, but I didn't mean that either. I meant that out of straight love, but did she fucking really? Did she? Now, that would be weird for her to unfollow Skeet or Jamie, or Matthew Lillard or Jamie, because both of them openly came to her defense over the whole thing. And plus, don't they fucking go on tour together doing those convenciosas? They go to the conventions and shit together. So that seems weird. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe she's the killer. That is weird, though. That is fucking weird, though, Nero. I had no idea. Holy shit, man. Nesta says, I just like to flick Mike Hunt off every once in a while. You know, and honestly, I'm sure Mike Hunt appreciates it. You know, you could even slap Mike Hunt around a little bit, depending on how many drinks you've had. You know, he may not mind. He's just that kind of guy. You know, that's how Mike Hunt is. That's Mike Lowry. That's Mike Lowry. Oh shit! I don't know, man. That is weird, though. I had no idea about Nev Handel. That's spandex. I can't fucking talk. Oh, someone get my cunt in here to do this shit. I don't know, man, but that is super weird. But yeah, I don't know. We'll leave you that to think about. Think about my cunt. Think about maybe framing my cunt. You know, all I know is if I find out that it was my cunt, it's gonna get one of these. If we found out it was my cunt, all the way up. That's what's gonna happen. I'm officially out of shit to talk about, clearly. So hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. This is a weird impromptu stream. It was a good time, and I feel like we covered everything there was to cover. We talked a lot of shit. We fingered my cunt as the killer screen. And Nero says they do all follow her. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they were supposed to Guardian, you know, that's weird because that's actually the plot of Aaron Kruger's unfilmed Scream 3 script, is that Sydney's dad is the killer in that. Neil Prescott's the killer. And he's trying to kill Gale as Ghostface because Gale not only wrote all those books and promised him that he would help him with Sydney's college, which I'm like, dude, I've seen your fucking house. We've all seen your fucking house. You don't need money to help get her through Woodsboro Community College. All right. But he wanted to kill her because she's doing that. And now she was going to make money by directing the new Stab movie. So that was actually sort of a plot. It wasn't Sydney, but it was her dad. But yeah, Sydney's definitely not in this movie. I promise. I swear to God. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about my cunt? You know, I think that my cunt definitely deserves a beating if it turns out that my cunt did this. This is the stupidest fucking show of all time. Hey, I love you fucking guys. I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me today, this afternoon. I'm all talked out. I'm going to go drink this fucking thing and, you know, think about my cunt a little bit. Think about my cunt. I'm going to play with my cunt. Basketball. We're going to play basketball together. I know the actor. So we're going to play with my cunt together. That was the last one. I swear to fucking God, we've killed it. It's dead. It's deader than goddamn Billy. Not Stu, though. Stu's more alive than that joke. Love your fucking faces, guys. Thanks for hanging out today. We'll see you guys soon. I'll be right back.